All right, I'll leave you on one cubicle story. It's health related. I went through a health scare recently. I'll tell you guys all about it. And I fixed it by boxing it out. So that's why we're all... No, I'm just kidding. What if that was a weird ad for this gym? No. And I'm really here to talk about off-road. No. Can we bring up my PowerPoint on off-road? So I'm in my cubicle, right? It's a Wednesday morning. I have an itch behind my left ear, and I go to scratch it, as I'm wont to do in my cubicle on a Wednesday morning, right? It's my world, right? We're just living in it, you know what I mean? Right, girl? So I go to scratch behind my ear, and I feel a lump, and I'd never felt that before, right? And it freaked me out, but I'm also... Are you checking right now? Yeah, so I did that, but I was scared, but I'm also an idiot, and I was like, I bet I have a weird head. You know, I bet, like... So I go to feel the other side, hoping a lump would be there. Nope, no lump, right? So I do the worst thing you can do when you have something on your body that you're unsure of. Went to WebMD. Yeah, basically, I went to my internet mom, WebMD, and which is a fucked up site because it should basically just be called youhavecancer.com. Any symptom you type in there, it's like sleepy, cancer. You're hungry, cancer. Lump, uber cancer. So I'm terrified. I call my doctor's office, right? I go, hey, I found a lump behind my ear. Can I see my doctor? And they go, she's not in, but you can see a substitute doctor. And I was like, cool. She's probably qualified. I'll see her, right? She's not going to be like a sub in high school and just put on a DVD about cancer, wait out the time in between smoke breaks, you know? So I go see this woman, right? And she looks at my lump and she goes, okay, all right. It's a little troubling, I'll be honest. And what we're going to do is schedule a CAT scan for next week and we'll figure it out. I'm like, okay, cool. Which is like, I'm still a little scared, but I go home and I'm like, we're going to figure it out. But I start to develop a rash on my forehead that night, which I'm like, no big deal. It's probably just an acne outbreak. You know what I mean? It goes with the braces really nice. You know, it's a nice combo for the summer. It's going to look really great. Nice contouring. And, so I'm like, no big deal. And then my girl comes home. She goes, what the fuck's on your face? And I was like, I love you too. And I guess it's time to call the doctor back. So I call the doctor's office that night and I go, hey, I know I was just in today, but can I see my doctor tomorrow? And they're like, yeah, she'll be in. I was like, great. So I can see my regular doctor. She'll know the score. Awesome. Cut to the next day. I'm in my doctor's office. She comes in, doesn't say a word, not, hey, how are you? Sorry I wasn't here when you had cancer yesterday. None of that. She's just looking at my forehead and she goes, yep, yeah, I don't think it's herpes. Which makes me think it's fucking herpes. And I didn't even know that was an option. That's nuts. That's insane. And I go, if you don't think it's herpes, what do you think it is? She goes, oh, I don't know. And I was like, Kaiser Permanente, get your shit together. What is going on? She goes, well, look, I don't know what it is, but the dermatologist will know, all right? So what we're going to do is take pictures, we'll send it to them, and they'll get you a cream for your not forehead herpes, right? Which is a weird plan. I'm on board, but she's taking the pictures with her iPhone, man. So it makes me feel like she's just texting her doctor buddies like, do you know what the fuck this is? Putting on Instagram with a lo-fi filter, you know? Hashtag WTF. So she sends it to the dermatologist, right? I'm freaked out. They call me. They go, hey, we looked at this, and we don't know what it is. I was like, why would you? You're just doctors. She goes, well, look, but we can see you tomorrow in person. Maybe we can figure it out. I'm like, fuck yeah, I have cancer herpes. Let's figure it out. So repeated the day before, I go see this dermatologist, and it's this doctor. She's looking at my forehead. She goes, okay, is it the rash just on the left side? I go, yeah, it is. She goes, okay, is the lump on the left too? I was like, yeah, why? She goes, oh, I think it's shingles. And I was like, what? Yeah, that was kind of my reaction too. I was like, what? I was like, shingles, isn't that normally in older people? She goes, no, shingles is just chicken pox. And I was like, I did not know that. And I was very educational in that moment. I was like, really? She goes, yeah, so what happens is once you get chicken pox, it stays in your spine your entire life. But when you get older, it pops out again because your immune system breaks down over time. However, in younger people, it typically shows up when their immune system has been devastated by something serious like HIV or AIDS. Have you had a blood test? What the fuck? So this is my week. Wednesday, cancer, I'm dead. Thursday, forehead herpes, I wish I was dead. Friday, AIDS, my girlfriend is dead, right? It's a wrap, that's done, we're done, you know? So I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And I go, no, I haven't had a blood test. And she goes, well, are you sexually active? And I played it cool. I went, duh, bitch. Just kidding, I was terrified. I go, yeah, I have been with the same girl for a while. And she goes, huh. wrote that down, right? Like a little insult to injury, right? Like somebody has AIDS and somebody's been cheating. And so she's like, well, look, we're going to get you a blood test today. We'll get you the results on Monday, right? So I have all weekend to think about my mortality. I'm terrified. Cut to Monday morning. I'm in my cubicle where this whole thing started. I get a call from Kaiser Permanente, my hand's shaking as I answer it. And I go, hello? And I hear this positive Jamaican woman on the other end of the phone. She goes, Josh Kuderna! And it caught me off guard, and I didn't say anything, so she repeated it with purpose. She goes, Josh Kuderna! And I go, yeah? She goes, doctor wanted me to tell you all clear. No AIDS! And she hit a horn. She went, bah, 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 bah. All right, guys, that's been my time. I'm AIDS-free. Josh Kuderna. Thank you so much.